What's the deal? What's up, YouTube? Where my Mac kids and my maniacs at, though? I just really want to come on and say it's been a crazy week, but it's the end of the week and it's the end of the month. And be thankful for those of us that's still here. Thankful for your loved ones that's still on deck, still healthy, and you can still see, touch, and love on. Me, I didn't get to watch much football. Seen a little bit of the Eagles game, a little bit of the Raiders game, and a lot of the Jets Bears game. That's about it, though. And I've seen a lot of wild comments on my channel and other channels, but it's almost over for November, and holiday season has officially begun. So hopefully you guys are safe and in touch with your people. But what's going on, YouTube? Litany and Authentic. It's a nice title. Where everybody at, though? Y'all must be watching somebody else live or something. Or y'all must be trying to figure out how y'all going to shop online for Christmas. Or maybe it's just a bad time and a bad night for me to go live. Shit. I feel like a struggling artist right now, y'all. Where the hell y'all at, man? Pop up in here. Slow motion, Big Kev, what it do? Your way, log. It don't do nothing this way, man. Just another day. Another day. And another YouTube live stream. Salute, homie. Welcome down, Ram, Big Steppin'. OG Proficient. It's always going to be a good night when OG Proficient steps in the door. Of course, he only pops up when Michigan wins, right? Babyface Loxa, what up? Michael Jeffries, what's up, man? What it do, Michael Jeffries? Did you win some money today, bro? Rain Tears, what up, man? Southside in the house. Michelle, how you doing? Wait a minute, Michelle's up in here before Crystal, and Big Devil's in here cheering on the Niners. That means Shanique was on her way. Kenneth, what up, homie? Jimmy. What they say? Jay rode with it. Is that what they say? Jimmy, my Jimmy. Don't forget to leave home without your gym hat. You know Big Bobo from Harlem, cuz. No, I don't know Big Bobo from Harlem, cuz. But what's up, devil? What's up, baby face? West up to the N hoods. You know. Smash that like button. King Mike Mark said. Where all the ladies at, though, Michelle? What's going on? That overhill hat go hard. Oh, I thought it was just a heel hat, but if it's an overhill hat, that's cool too. Stan the man, what's going on? SC and the Raiders win. My football weekend is straight, says Brian. That's what's up. How serious a threat do you feel the Eagles are now? Still don't think they're a serious threat, but they've done everything I said they was gonna do. So shit, I ain't been wrong yet on them. But I think when it come down to it, man, I just and hopefully I'm wrong. But from my experience, from my criticism and expertise, I see Jalen Hurts choking in the big game. I'm just saying, I see him choking in the big game. If he doesn't choke, then I'm wrong, and they go on to the Super Bowl. But, man, that boy is doing his thing. The whole team is doing his thing. Remember some weeks back, I told you guys they were a complete team, and people are not giving their cornerbacks and their safeties and their linebackers enough respect. But, I mean, it's evident now. You know me. And the one thing I hate is when everybody get on the bandwagon. A lot of times and I've already proven it. You can see a bandwagon with individuals, with YouTube streams, with teams, players. You can see that bandwagon ahead of time, but something about us, we either not looking or we haven't trained our eye or our thoughts to recognize it until we see a white dude on ESPN say it. Once a white dude on ESPN say it, then it's all good. Like we fall back into that slave mentality when we didn't know English and we just believe everything that the TV tells us. But who do I think will come out the NFC? About 3 weeks ago, I said the 49ers would start winning. The 49ers would start rolling. I think the 49ers give the Eagles a great game. I mean, you got McCaffrey and Debo, homie. I don't know if it's anything else to say. When you got a quarterback like Garoppolo that nobody likes, and especially 49er fans, and now the game is so easy to him. Now he can make things happen. Now you hear announcers, they done changed their tune. If you listen to the last couple of 49ers games, the announcers are saying, oh, Garoppolo is doing what Garoppolo is capable of. Oh, only a guy like Garoppolo can make that pass. Once again, another bandwagon, but I told you guys they was going to start winning. So look for the 49ers to give the Eagles a hell of a run for that NFC championship, bro. Will Garoppolo keep this energy into the playoffs, though? Absolutely he will. Remember, I said it. I just told you why. I told you why 3 weeks ago. You got McCaffrey and Debo. We're not even talking about the defense. We're just talking about the offense. Of course he'll keep this energy for sure. That don't mean he'll win every game and win the Super Bowl. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying he will continue to play winning football the rest of the season, guaranteed. I don't want to hear that, Big Devil. You hate Garoppolo. You didn't want Garoppolo to have a job. I don't want to hear it. Once again, you got McCaffrey, you got Debo. Garoppolo was not that bad. Yeah, he played like trash at times, but any decent quarterback, how many times have I said some bum quarterbacks have won the Super Bowl? So you just put decent players around a quarterback and you start winning. That goes back to me saying about the Bears. When they give that quarterback, the Bears quarterback, some help, the Bears will start winning. But as long as they just throw him out there with anybody, the Bears ain't going to do nothing. Hollywood Hogan, what up? Well, I'm not saying the Cowboys don't get no love. The Cowboys got action too. But now, here we go. Cowboys versus Eagles. Who wins? Probably a toss-up. Cowboys versus 49ers. Who wins? Could be another toss-up, but I would get an edge to the 49ers. I don't know how else you want me to say it. There's 15 teams in the NFC or something like that? And just because I mentioned 2 and not 3, you got something to say? I mean, I'm sorry if you're insecure about your team that hasn't won shit in how many years? I'm just keeping it real, though. By the way, the Eagles are in first place, so they have a right to be talked about. Same go for the 49ers. But yeah, that's how I go around here, man. Big Devil said our defense would take them to the Super Bowl. Well, you can spin that however you want, Devil, and you can predict that all you want. But I think you hating on Garoppolo, not giving McCaffrey his props, and I know you love Debo. Let's keep it real. You got a dual threat, and you got a quarterback that can get them both the ball. Never mind the defense. The offense is what's exciting. Kev Mac, salute from the BGs. Jerry Allen, what up, homie? Who's your pick to come out of the AFC? Yeah, it's pretty tough because Kansas City plays so great. They play an up-tempo game. The offense is more high-powered than probably any offense in the league. But the defense sometimes just it rubs me the wrong way. The coaching sometimes rubs me the wrong way. So before I could say the Chiefs, I'd have to really dig down and think about how good the Bills play. And and quite frankly, that whole division right now could probably upset the Chiefs on any given week, the Dolphins, the Bills, the low Patriots, which still is in playoff contention, and the weird ass Jets. I think on any given week can beat the Chiefs. Where they beat them in a big game, I don't know. But Buffalo, you definitely got to look out for Buffalo. As long as Diggs is healthy and the quarterback's healthy, man, they got good action. Yeah, I mean, Shanahan's bad. Cowboy offensive coordinator or coach is bad. I mean, this is not the greatest NFL football season in my adulthood. You got you got some weird stuff going on in the league, and you got some bad coaches around the league. You think the boys going to the bowl this year, Kev? Just tune in. No. Chili Willy, Dilly, Manilli, Vanilli. No, silly. I do not think the Cowboys are going to the bowl this year. No, the Bengals can't be slept on, but they are not the high power team they were last year. And they had a few breaks last year that got them to where they got to. I heard somebody say Caleb Williams is just like Mahomes. Actually, USC reminds me of the Chiefs. That's not a bad comparison. Just to be more specific and make a clear explanation to what you just said, I would just say the obvious. USC to college football are the Chiefs to the NFL, meaning on a collegiate level, yeah, USC is similar to the Chiefs. However, Mahomes is a Super Bowl champion quarterback, and he's a proven quarterback. That's the difference. But USC's defense is lousy as hell. Very lousy. That's a lousy defense on USC, bro. Mac, you never see my comments, but I want to say you're doing a great service by introducing us to OGs like Cutes and Bam. Great message for you. I'm glad you left that comment, and I'm glad I was able to see this comment. This is why. Because a lot of people think I'm hating, they think I'm being biased when I don't read their comments. So this is proof right here that somebody could be saying something good and I still miss the comment. Ain't got nothing to do with where you from or what the question is. You feel me? So shout out MC. Good looking out for the comment, bro. Appreciate that. There go Crystal. Where's Shaniqua at? Oh, there goes Shaniqua. Here come my girls. Here come my girls up in here tonight. Look, Devil couldn't wait to say Niner gang to Shaniqua. You know Shaniqua been texting me all day with that Niner gang and Warrior bullshit. If she don't go nowhere or exchange my number for Big Devil's number, something's wrong. Look how they greet each other. Bang, bang, Niner gang. This East Oakland in the house. Western Ave, what up? What up? Loyal, what up? Loyal, you a little late, Loyal. You usually be talking that first one up in here early, all that BS. What up? OG Bam hit 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, OG Bam told me when he came on KM Videos that his subscribers shot through the roof. And that's why he shouts out to Mac Kids and Maniacs. Now, check this out. They ought to get that. By now, you think they will get that. Right? But yeah, absolutely, man. Come on, man. Damn near everybody get their start right here, man. And those that didn't get their start right here, other than 16 to life, damn near be. No, I'll take that back. There's a couple more people, but the people that didn't come through here and get known through here kind of be like trying to get at me and want to come on. Nah, kick rocks, homie. Like, this is Mac here, maniac territory, man. You stay your ass over there. We don't want none. We don't want to see you. We don't want to hear from you. And you're not KM video standard. So stay your ass over there. Niner gang. Look at them. Boy, they so happy. Y'all gonna get married? Oh, yeah. Big Devil's married already. Because I was gonna say, y'all could get married in a Joe Montana and a Roger Craig jersey. Like, y'all walk up to the altar with your football helmet on. Shaniqua big ass head, she got to get a special size helmet. Shaniqua walk up with cleats on instead of heels and shit. Talking about East Oakland, Palo Alto. If Niners say bang bang, do Cowboys say pow pow? Wow. Crystal Brain in the building. Why can't we be faithful Niner fans? You ain't faithful to nothing, nigga. You cheated on your fluke. You cheated on your last boyfriend. You cheated on your baby daddy. You will cheat on the 49ers. Yeah. Long necks can do some good things. Alicia Mammy ain't seen you in a while, girl. Where you been? Like, I thought you done checked out on us or something, man. Where the hell you been? You done went back to Cuba? Or the power done went out in Florida? Y'all better run that ball or it's over. Y'all better run that ball or it's over. Big Devil, them 69ers ain't going nowhere. Y'all better thank them refs. Damn, not the refs. What the Saints do today, though? Man. Oh, shout out to Rockhead, Joe Rockhead. What did he say? Mr. Madass, MF Rockhead, whatever the hell he is. Shout out to Rockhead over there in the DR. Rockhead liked the DR so much he went right back. Must be nice. Whenever you got to go back twice, it got to be nice. Kev, I need a more hood name. Think you will read my comments more. Yeah, what's wrong with Brian Watson, man? That's a cool name. Brian Watson. Like Brian is just as white as Kevin. Like, I don't know, man. Johnny Guitar Watson was pretty famous, right? Wasn't there a Watson involved in the riots with the A-Track gangsters? But yeah, shout out to Rockhead. Max video, you know this is for show. Shout out to Glass of Malone, G Perico, my Knicks. Since the last time the 49ers won a Super Bowl, the bum Rams been like 4 and 1-2. Wow. OG Proficial taking shots at somebody. Cutie Pie says, everyone hit the like button. Hit the like button one time. Rockhead cheating on me again? Girl, Rockhead ain't messing with you. You ain't lost 95 pounds yet. You got to lose that 95 pounds, Crystal. You know what I'm saying? You got to lose enough weight to where Bam can pick you up. Where a little dude with a few muscles and can lift you. You need to lose enough weight to Cutes can bench press you. But I don't know. Maybe you could walk Cutes dogs for him or something, you know. Stop taking all my snacks at night. Leave my candy bars and shit alone. Like, touch, on the comment. Black Warrior Spirit, what up, homie? Have to fit on the back seat of a what rocket? Reggie Owens, what up, man? Been a lot of YouTube politics these past 4 or 5 days, right? Lots of YouTube politics. I wasn't even aware of all the side taking and the side comments going on. Wow. But that just go to show you everybody have their own opinions and they have their favorites. Now let me address something real quick. So we at the 21-minute mark of end of the month is here video, right? I don't know the number yet, but some guy in the comment section says he's a longtime subscriber to the Blue Channel and he even pays a monthly fee, even though I told him not to. So he sounds like a great supporter. So shout out to you, bro. But he says I pick and choose who I talk about. Speaking about Mob James versus Too Pretty Kenny. First of all, I ain't spoke on Mob James. I made general statements about dudes who ain't no good or allegedly no good. Second of all, I touched on Too Pretty Kenny already. Number one, I told Too Pretty Kenny what was going to happen when he talked about he went and got the police. He said, it's all right, leave it up there. That's the truth. It's a true story. Second of all, I told Too Pretty Kenny, he left some words out like I tend to do sometimes. And them was bad words that he left out. He didn't explain that his homeboy told him to go get the police. So, and last, like, I'm not finna sit here and apologize or you know what I'm saying, speak up on nobody that y'all think is a rat, homie. So it is what it is. Now, for you to challenge me on that shit and ask me what video and what number and all that shit, homie, miss me with that, man. Miss me with that, because if you know me, you know my character and integrity. You already know what it is. I shouldn't have to speak it. Speaking of, one of my homeboys told me, he said, you know, he did a lot of time with Bam. And I didn't know he knew Bam. He said Bam was solid up in the pen. Bam was one of the only guys he looked up to as a big homie. And he was telling me that me and Bam both, you know, what he like and dislike about me and Bam is the fact that we'll come out and say some things that other people either won't say or can't say. But we beating around the bush. Like we going way around the corner and not actually throwing the names and stuff out there. But I'm like, look, man, I'm diplomatic. I'm not trying to throw individuals under the bus. I've been trying to explain that a lot lately. I'm not trying to throw individuals under the bus. Y'all know the rules to the game and y'all know who broke the rules. Yeah, some people y'all don't know broke the rules, but, you know, it's not for me to point that out to you. My thing is more or less dealing with the history and trying to keep the history straight and trying to keep fools from beefing with each other so damn much. No, I ain't know how I roll. I mean, I'm a low roller and ain't no luck on winning because I ain't done nothing to win. So, but, you know, that type of shit come and go. But yeah, I'm going to beat around the bush. I'm not going to say names. I expect my real ones to know what I'm saying and who I'm talking about. And if you don't know, then you don't need to know. Anything else is just some YouTube gossip and bullshit. Some, you know, trying to get two people to beef or 3 or 4 different people to beef. But yeah, man, that ain't my thing, man. Like I said, say my name, I say my game, then I just might bust you out. You leave me alone, your YouTube career be long. That's all I'm saying. Salute Western Ave Queen, NZ Sparrow. What's up? Wearing Lakers gear to the next losing streak. Is that right? I could have swore if you go back and look at some of my shit, nigga, that I had on some Laker gear and we were losing, my nigga. But it's all right. You want to take shots at me? That's cool. when you guys do that, you let me know that you really don't know me. And I can never tell if it's some underlying issues there, like if it's some sideways hate or sarcasm. You feel me? One thing about me, man, I've always been a Laker fan and I've always been a Dodgers fan. Now, you want to play me and talk some shit, you could go to football because I done switched a couple times in my lifetime. But never, win, lose, or draw, it's always Lakers and Dodgers on mine. I'm not a bandwagon fan. Never been a bandwagon fan. But thank you for the sarcasm. I love sarcasm. I just would like to know when it's sarcasm so I can know how to approach it. But yeah, Brian, no, I love the Lakers, homie. I love the Lakers, win or lose. I tell you all the time, man, Jeannie Buss, I'm trying to get up in a suite with Jeannie Buss when ain't nobody in Staples Center. It ain't even Staples Center no more anymore. Are you a Rams fan? No, I'm not a Rams fan. I was a Rams fan when I was a kid. Rams left LA. I was done with them. Salute, salute, salute. Kev, get out and hit up the dice. Get into the bread. No, I'm cool on the dice, man. I ain't getting up and ain't got nothing to roll with. I could roll some dice, but what I'm going to roll for? Run them likes up. Jeannie Buss, a bad MF. You know what? I know this gay girl, right? I guess she's what they call a stud. She's like the male in her relationship. Real cool broad, right? And she likes to text me and talk about sports, and I love that shit. A woman that know her sports. Not a woman that pretend to know sports, but she really know her sports. So she hit me up, and she talked about how the Buss family ain't shit. They ruined the Lakers. And I tell her, well, that's cool. This all I want to do is hit Jeannie one time and get some money up out Jeannie, and I'm cool on her. You can say what you want about her. And she tells me all that cosmetic surgery Jeannie done had, she ought to look good. Yeah, she should look cool, all that money she spent on herself. Well, goddamn, look at all your favorite black rappers. You think they're not spending money on themselves? And sorry, they don't look that good. You think all these housewives, especially the white ones, you think they're not spending money on themselves? How their lips get so big? How their nose look different? How come our eyebrows don't move when they smile and shit? I mean, that's just something you do with your money, man. Don't hate on Jeannie, though. Jeannie ain't done nothing to you. She probably mad because she can't get Jeannie, right? If Jeannie would come over to her house and get in bed with her, I bet she wouldn't be saying that. When Showtime dissolved, that's when I stopped falling in love. Hey, we don't miss you, homie. You stay strong out there in the bayou, homie. We not going to miss you at all. We not going to hear you booing. We not going to hear you hating way out there in Louisiana, my nigga. We ain't mad at you. I don't think she's had much surgery. She looked as, I agree, but I'm going to leave that to the women or the half women, half men, or whatever you call it, right? Kev, what up? I made on time for live. Nigga, you 26 minutes late. You ain't on time. You on nigga time. See, niggas will show up late and say they on time. Like niggas show up to funerals, nigga, when a funeral is over. Niggas show up to graduations, the graduation be over already. Niggas show up to Magic Mountain when you can get in free. Show up to a Dodger game when you could just walk in because they ain't taking tickets no more. You late, my brother. You late. Kev Mac back with the what? The fingers? Hey, that's how you should write fingers in my book, man. 2 fingers and a thumb, right? Right around the corner, 45 minutes. Right. I never hate. I just stopped following the Lakers. You know, I had to be a little extra out. You know what I'm saying? It's the Kev Mac hour, man. I'm gonna do that. But yeah, you know, Lakers have had some good teams since Showtime. So you missed the whole Kobe era. Like you didn't care about Kobe or Shaq. You jumped off the bandwagon a little too early, man. We done got 5 ships since you left. Feel me? Some organizations ain't even got 5 ships. Let's see what my man say. I just got in the house and checked the notifications. That's what's up. Lil Kim, Vivica Fox have done the ultimate mess up with plastic surgery. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Them just are black sisters, because a lot of white ones, they done did it too, man. And we give them a break. Like we don't even care when a white woman messes her face up. We just let that go. They all walking around looking like Joan Rivers and shit, when they really was trying to look like somebody a lot finer. Like, they don't get it. Y'all got to quit going to the same doctor or something. Something's wrong. Something just ain't right. We got 6 ships, actually, Kev. All right, I missed one. Boom, we got 6 ships, my man said. How many we got? We got 6 ships, my man said. You know, my memory ain't as good as some of the others, right? Let's see. I'm catching up on all the content. That's what's up, homie. The live start time is when he start the live. Right. Absolutely. Open to recommendations. Is that a question or a statement? Kev, did you ever participate in the Jackson Limousine Turkey giveaway when EJ was alive? Actually, I didn't. Actually, I never had. I passed by and I seen them lines around the corner, and I seen a lot of smokers walking up the street selling turkeys and dressing afterwards, but I never participated. And I never stood in line to get one. No. Big Kev, man, what it do? Good. What up, Lil A Hot? Lil A Hot. Explain to me what that means, man. What's an A Hot, homie? Is it supposed to be a one after the A Hot, like A Hot one? Talk to me, my brother. Brian Watson, good looking out, man. Yeah, you can't be a hater. Supporting the top content creator on the damn platform. Man, good looking out, Brian. I appreciate the comment and the super chat. What is DPG movie coming out? When is DPG movie coming out? I don't know, man. You know, Snoop Dogg got Instagram, huh? So do Corrupt and Daz. How you doing, Kev? I send mine. G. I'm doing all right, my brother. Just feeling good tonight and wanted to check in before I get a sugar high. I slept so good last night, I woke up looking for the sugar. Kev Mac, you keep it 100, homie. That's why I mess with you. Good looking out, James Hudson. Appreciate it, appreciate it. You know, I try to keep it 100 without giving up too much detail and hurting too many feelings. I just want everybody to get along, man, like Rodney King. Everyone hit that like button. Alicia Mammy is begging y'all to hit that like button, y'all. Yeah, you could call me sugar. Let me see. My auntie used to call me sweet meat. She said my meat tastes so sweet. She used to love to kiss me. I used to love to run from her. I used to love to wipe her spit, wipe her kisses off my face. Woo! If I never washed my face in my life, I would wash it after she kissed me. KMV, where content is king. Real hope your daughter good. My daughter been all right, man. She been all right, bro. Shaniqua. Rest in peace, Irene Carroll, who sang the famed TV song. She was fine to me. I've been seeing a lot of that. I didn't know who she was, so I didn't open up none of the videos and check it out. But yeah, rest in peace. This the real history channel of Gangland. Appreciate the comment. Salute to the gang, not the gang banging community, the GBC. We're going to have to come up with our own initials like the LBGTQADP, you know, the GBC. This is the GBC. We could throw in WCW. LAGBC. How about that? The W for Watts, the C for Compton, LA for South LA gang banging community. How about that? A's up. Oh yeah, A's up. Atlantic Drive. Mac, you and Cutes been able to sit down and go over a book yet? No. We ain't done that, but Cutes is supposed to. One of our good members sent Cutes a camera, and Cutes is taking months to go get a memory card. Once he gets his memory card, we will get cracking. The WCLAGBC, man. Babyface just gonna stick to the baby loc though. See, he set tripping already. Kev, who are we? The Dodgers gonna get I don't know. I haven't checked to see who's free agents. All I gotta do is Google the free agents and see. But I don't think we're getting Aaron Judge. I don't think we should. I don't think we need to. And I think he wants too much money for the Dodgers. My man said A's up, A's high. All right, we got Atlantic Drive, Altadena Block, Avalon. Who else we got, y'all? Yell it out. Run them likes up, run them likes up. That hat hard as an MF, Kev. Good looking out, bro. Appreciate it. Shout out to Tom. Big Tom. Kev Cronkite. Got a little ring to it. South side. I mean, we're going to do the South, the nutty South Atlantic. Might as well throw nutty up in there, huh? Or is that reaching? Or we just keeping it east side? East side, South Atlantic. Hands of stone. Sure, you got some good sayings, man. I might have to let you go on and write my book, man. Just go on, Shug. Write my book. Change everything up that I tell you and use your own words. The Kev Mac story by Shug One. Like, subscribe, Cash App, support the Kev respectfully. Cool. Repent and believe the gospel. James Tippins, man, what's up, homie? You want to come on live and tell us to repent and to believe the gospel? Do you want to do that, homie? You more than welcome to come on here, man. Are you open to some criticism, some jokes, and some hatred? If not, you found the wrong platform, homie. But we definitely gonna repent, but I don't know about believing the gospel part. UVLN South Park to Southwest Hustletown, Texas. That's some pirate shit right there. And he got the 5-5 up in it. What up, my G? I'm new. Subscribe. I'm an Aries too. I like your story series. Good looking out, homie. Check this out. I know you've been watching because you know I'm Aries. So enough said already. Shaniqua said, repent and pimp. How about repimp? How about repimp and believe sugar free? If you give me complete creative authority and license, you might come out of it bulletproof, 10 feet tall, winning all fights. Well, we don't want that. We don't want to overdo it now. What up? Now, we always NSA. South Atlantic never stand alone. Nutty South Atlantic never stand alone. That's what's up, homie. That's a lot of love right there, man. In fact, the homie's been asking me when I'm going to do a story about us falling out with some of our allies. My answer is, I don't know. That hat gang. All right, hat gang. Kev Mac, why do you think they call the low numbers on the east side at the bottom? It's heading north wouldn't it be the tops? Hey man, because the numbers are low, homie. And they're on the bottom part going east. They're on the bottom part of LA, and the numbers are the bottom, not the top. But great question, though, man. Great question. You know, there was a point in time I remember hearing a bunch of East Side dudes argue. And the argument was, nigga, I ain't from the low bottoms, nigga, I'm from the bottoms. And other niggas like, nigga, I ain't from the bottoms, I'm from the low bottoms. So the low bottoms think they a little harder, you know what I'm saying? Low bottoms, that name and that persona is the ultimate, right? Respect the KMV platform. Is it anybody that's not respecting it? Let me know. One of the best interviews I seen Kev Mac do was Big Jesse James for Playboy Gangsta Crip 3 times from West Los Angeles. OG Steve, Allerton in the house. What it do? Kev Mac video. Support a real one. Good looking out, OG Steve. OG Steve. S cap colored heels hat. Okay. Why it can't be Crenshaw colored or LA Ram colored? Why it got to be S cap colored? But yeah, you're right though. You're right. Kev, are you going to the Watts Festival? I have no plans on going to the Watts Festival. But if we go to the Watts Festival, we ought to line it up like they did in 72 and 73. Let's line it up. Let the opening song be the bell. The Lakers looking like they actually want to make the playoffs, Kev. Looking? That's about it, just looking. Because they still like in 12th spot. Even the Warriors, sorry ass, are in the 10th spot. And I don't know if we could beat the Warriors. So I don't know if we play out material. When LeBron come back, or did he come back? That might slow us down and we might start looking old again like last year. Well, we all know Kel Mack from what, and I just watched the SCAP history video. All right, good looking out, my brother. How old are you, by the way? And where do you reside? What city are you in, bro? Yeah, they definitely won 5 of the last 6 without question. But that game against Phoenix without Chris Paul, we fought and we fought and we fought. And in that fourth quarter, they made you remember that they are just the Lakers. Lose by 10 points, tired. AD played like that whole game, too, so AD was exhausted. There you go. Good looking out, bro. I like that SD. The Kev Max story segment is as good as anything on Netflix. If it becomes a show, who plays Mommy Mac? I would say Shaniqua could play Mama Mac because I like her swag, her get down, her ghetto-ness. But Shaniqua's a little too dark, and Shaniqua don't comb her hair. So we gotta have somebody to get their hair done a lot and light skin, right? So we need a light skinned Angela Davis looking bro. Like that woman that was on here the other night with the purple afro, like she might could play Mama Mac, but we might have to put some bleach on her skin like Michael Jackson or something. Kev started up right away. Man, come on, man. I don't have a subject to talk about tonight, so y'all better be careful tonight. Rewatched the Jesse James interview when I woke up this morning. Definitely think it's an underrated interview. Good looking out, Dago. You know, I think there's a lot of now Miss 702 ain't light enough. And Miss 702 looked like a stallion. She looked tall as hell. My mother wasn't that tall. She wasn't short, but she wasn't tall. What up with the true story? Man, the true story's on hold, homie. No, true stories, can't put out no content right now, homie. I got rent to pay and I got bills to pay and loans to pay back. So ain't no true stories right now, my brother. But we'll get back cracking as soon as possible, though. Believe me. I mean, the stories don't stop, homie. Only KevMac stops. Shout out Dago 619, Verona Valley Resort and Casino in Valley View. All right, James Hudson. I need to go back to my old mic that I had when I was in Houston. That mic sounds a lot more podcast-like and powerful, right? Raiders got to win today. You know what I wanted to tell y'all? Keystone was doing real good in that tournament, the poker tournament. Remember he asked you guys to wish him good luck? He was doing real good. The homie, let me see if I could dig up his text messages real quick, and then I'm going to read that Too Pretty Kitty comment. Let me see. Keystone said, I'm hanging in there. It's 187 players left. And first place is 43 racks. Then he hit me and said 126 left. At that point, I started feeling like the homie's going to win something. Homie's going to be like runner-up or something. Then he tell me, he said, I need that 40,000. I'm like, yeah, go get him, champ. Then he hit me and said it's 117 players left. Now I'm feeling real good. I'm curious to how much money the homie's going to win. And then he hit me with that dreadful text. Womp, 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 womp. Game over with 67 players left. He dropped 250,000 in chips and blew it. Dude called him with some bullshit and got lucky. He got a full house to beat the homie. Sure, you could put that in your book, homie. That full house will get you every time. So, unfortunately, the homie did not win the 40 racks. I hate he didn't win that 40 racks. I swear my gut told me he was going to win. Not first place, but I thought he would be runner-up. Unfortunately. Did I ever tell y'all I shot in a dice tournament? One of the biggest dice tournaments ever in Las Vegas. And I was runner-up. That was probably the last time I seen my baby mama. So that was years ago, like many years ago. No, I seen her at my daughter's baby shower. So it was way before that. The full house will get you every time. Lamar Jackson ain't getting paid now. Why? What happened to Lamar Jackson that he's not getting paid? Like, share, and subscribe to KevMac. If you ever make it a movie, it should be with Antoine Fuqua. Now, check this out. I know you don't know, but you probably heard me say it before. The people that you guys think I should mess with or think I should have on or do movies with may not be the person that I think I should deal with. Here's why. Somebody, I don't know if it was BG Gotti or if it was OSJ dude that I had ran across in the Crip module, but one of them gave me Antoine's phone number and told me to holler at Antoine. He'll make it happen. He'll get me on Netflix and we'll be on. Well, Antoine wasn't feeling what I was talking about. Antoine didn't like my answers. He didn't like my lack of knowledge on numbers and the stuff like that. And Antoine wasn't willing to give me no play. So no, if I ever did make it, I'd cut my own nose off to spite my face to make sure it wasn't with him. All right? I'll stay broke, homie, before I deal with somebody that didn't believe in me. So then the Hughes brothers should shoot the Kev Mac. I guess. I mean, I don't know, my brother. So Full House versus Royal Flush, which wins? I play spade, not a real poker player. I'm not sure, but I think the homie had a flush or something, or straight or some shit he had. Michelle, that's funny. True non-affiliate stories with number one. Royal Flush wins over everything. Okay, then he didn't have a Royal Flush, that's for sure. Wolfgang Films. What up? What you over there throwing up, homie? Like West Side Knuckles? Like what you throwing up? West Side Knuckles? What you say? You get down on the west side? Oh, or is that a camera in your hand? Three different spades, only one chest. Kev, did you like your low ride or 5.0 more? Depends what you mean by like. Because I actually got to enjoy the 5.0. I actually liked the 6.4. It was a rag top, man. It was nice. But the 5.0, man, done so many things in that sucker. Kev. Cedric Hobart, all right. Who could play my brother? Who was that? Ice Cube's son or Ice Cube? Well, Monster Cody sold the rights to his story several times, according to Monster Cody. And nobody never did nothing with it. Of course, they couldn't keep Cody from going to prison. So it's kind of hard to have Cody be a part of his own project when he's not on the street. But Monster said he got paid, I believe, like 3 times, man. 6 figures, 3 times for the rights to his book. Run them likes up. Run them likes up. What about Gary who? I don't know who Gary F. Gray is, man. I try to tell y'all, man. I try to tell y'all, I don't know a lot of people, man. I don't know these names. I don't know actors, rappers, singers, dancers, YouTubers. I just don't know a lot of people, man. Kev, any of 60 homegirls did porno? I'm gonna say not that I know of. The only 60 homegirls that did porn was the ones that came over to my bedroom. I might have a few tapes or something of them. I don't know. Offhand, no, but we had 2 girls that grew up on my side of the hood that did porn, but you can't put them as 60 girls though. He's a black director. Shit, I done directed a few films my damn self, homie. Yeah, I feel you. Shaniqua always trying to free R. Kelly for some reason. I just don't know. I don't get it. Kev, what's the chance of Lil Kev Mac? And we interviewed Lil Kev Mac back when Nipsey passed. Ain't my fault if you ain't seen it. Ain't my fault if that wasn't good enough for you, but we already interviewed him. And the words are too short. You know how many porn stars went to Crenshaw High? No, I don't know. Maybe the 2 that I just spoke of? Or maybe from other hoods. I mean, they went to Crenshaw too, right? Michael Dave. Man, I went to school. I went to elementary school, junior high school, and high school with a girl that was ended up in Playboy. while we were still in school. So we going to school and the word gets out that she's in Playboy. So everybody wants to get this Playboy. And when somebody finally showed me the Playboy, I looked, and the first thing I noticed, she's naked, but she got on some old, dirty, raggedy shoes. Who owned Playboy? Who's the owner of Playboy magazine? It ain't Hugh Hefner, right? Larry Flint? Which one? Anyway, he should have bought her some shoes or some heels, or should have just threw her in a pool, so she didn't have to wear shoes. I'm like, what is that? Now, Hugh Hefner, Hugh should have bought her some shoes, homie. Or Hugh should have just told her to take the shoes off. So it had me wondering, like, what's up with Hugh? Like, Hugh goes for that? Because Hugh probably had her too, right? Because she was never the same after that. She got a car out the deal. She had a new BMW out the deal. Like, whoa, she off in a new BM. But she was never the same. Like, she could never smile no more. She could never have conversation with her fellow classmates no more. And then she just disappeared after high school. Like, she should have a lawsuit. Like, they should be paying her. Pay her for them shoes that they had to degrade her in. Then pay her for her emotional stress. You feel me? And you can imagine how many Playboys he sold. She got a car out the deal, but I don't know. She should have got some stock up in that Playboy mansion. Kev, what do you think is the most historic high school in LA? I think Washington High. I don't know, bro. I don't know which one would be the most historic. I don't know. But Washington would be a good shot. I mean, I think a lot of them know. I think a lot of them are pretty much on the same path. Now you want to be Captain Saberthought. No, I want to be Captain See a Nice Thought. Feel me? My man said Locke. Of course, he is the most biased nigga on YouTube. Garfield High School would be one. What about Hollenbeck? And who was Hollenbeck's rivalry with? Garfield. Jody Watley was in Playboy. That mean her feet dirty. She can't get in the bed with you long. Nah. She get in the swimming pool though. As long as you got chlorine in there, the feet will come out clean, man. KP Video News, y'all. It's KP Video News, y'all. I could play your daddy in the movie. First of all, you gotta rework that shit. Like, ain't nobody playing my daddy, nigga. You could play Shaniqua's daddy. Well, you gotta come back and rework that, man. Here, take this note. Go to the store. Give me a 40, a pack of camel, and a newspaper. Keep the chain, boy. You cold with your pimping. We know what you was about when you was young. Eagles versus Chiefs Super Bowl, Kev, or no? I'm going to say no. Kev getting that gambling money together, feel me? I mean, it's nice, homie, and if that's how you feel, that's cool, but, I'm going to let you know when I'm gambling, man. I'm not doing no gambling right now. OG Steve. Why is Washington High School historic in Black communities? Because in H-Town is Fourth Ward. Yeah, Roosevelt. Thank you. Man, what you know about Hollenbeck versus Roosevelt, man? Is there a connection between you and Kev's Clubhouse 1818? I have no idea about Kev's Clubhouse. I don't know nothing about the 818. I ain't hating on neither one. Why I gotta be hating if I just don't think they going to the Super Bowl together? I would say KC has a better chance of going to the bowl than Philly. I would say Buffalo has a good chance of knocking KC out, though. And I would say the 49ers and the Cowboys stand in Philly's way. All right? Is that cool? The most reputable Crips in history touched Washington High at one time. Raymond Washington took in even cute. Oh, man. They be scared of Kev out in the 818. No, they wouldn't, man. They wouldn't be scared of me, man. I'm nice as a kitten. I'm quiet as a sleeping cat. If you were given choice of any time in a large budget, which football team would you coach? Damn, I'm coaching and I get the budget too? Well, I mean, why wouldn't I coach the Patriots since that's my team? I mean, if you're going to let me coach and give me a large budget, you could just throw a dart. I'll take any of the teams in the NFL. I just throw a dart on the board. I'll take any of them. But probably who I would take first, man, it would have to be the Eagles, the 49ers, the Chiefs, or the Cowboys. So then would be the four I would go with. Not that I even give a damn about the Cowboys, but they show so much. They show so much talent, and like they always just right there, but just can't pop the bubble, right? The Chiefs, I would like to get some more defense with the Chiefs and maybe a good running back. The Eagles, since I was already saying they will win the division, I would like to take a good look at their offense and defense and special teams and just tweak it like just a little bit. Not enough to mess the team up, but just tweak it a little bit. And then I'll put the money in my pocket. I'll put the rest of the budget in my pocket. Or we'll have an extra set of cheerleaders. Like you have the cheerleaders on the sideline, then you have the cheerleaders in the players' rooms after the game, after a win. Right? Let me see. Who's probably the coolest outside interviews? Cartoon don't seem like he's cool with newcomers. Who's probably the coolest outside of the interviews? Cartoon don't seem like he's cool with newcomers. Excuse me, I'm a little slow at times. I failed government. I failed auto mechanics. I failed history. Yeah, I failed history. So let me see this, because I didn't fail English, but let me see. Who's probably the coolest outside of the interviews? Cartoon don't seem like he's cool with newcomers. Well, I never met Cartoon. So Cartoon's not going to make or break that list. Cutes has to be like the coolest dude. He's cool until you piss him off. Remember I told the story about the essay that turned in front of us? Cuse blew a gasket. If Cuse was an engine, he blew a gasket that day. But he's very cool. He's super cool. He's super confident. He's super brave. Cutes, man. I'm going to go with Cutes, homie. I'm going to go with Cutes because he's not messy. I'm going to go with Cutes because he don't talk behind your back. I'm going to go with Cutes because from day one, he's never changed on me. Cutes has never, from our first conversation, homie, to our last conversation, Cutes has never, not once, changed on me. So I'm going to go with Cutes. But we can't put Baby S-Mac in this conversation because I think you're talking about people that we interviewed, right? Washington getting better and better, Kev. Say something nice for your Irish subscriber. Washington, yeah, Washington's getting nice without question. Washington's getting nice. Now, look, I'll tell y'all something. Although I may be wrong, I may have been wrong, right? But remember this. Now I snuck this in, so it might have went over your head. But I said, Cowboys ain't just gonna have to worry about the Eagles. They're gonna have to worry about Washington too. You got the Giants, the Washington, Cowboys, and the Eagles, man. It's a pretty tough division. Reminds me of the Jets, Patriots, Bills, and Dolphins. Everyone bang that like button. I want to talk to my friend, OGQ. My friend or my best friend? Monster was a real free spirit. He lived how he wanted to live, and I think he liked to do it. No, that's a fact. You don't have to say you think. You don't have to make that an opinion or a thought. That was a fact. You right on that. You absolutely right on that. 203 people watching, only 133 likes. See, y'all ain't real Mac kids and maniacs up in here. Y'all niggas part of something else, and y'all don't want to see the lights get up there. I know what it is. Yeah, I agree, man. They got to change the name, Commanders. I don't like it. It's hard for me to use it. I can't believe they had to get rid of Redskins, man. Man, my man said 107 was my life. I heard that. Oh, there you go, Aunt. New people, please push the like button. Exit the live chat, click on the thumbs up, and then click on live chat. That's like 1, 2, 3 seconds at the most. Like you can actually do that in less than 3 seconds if you're computer savvy or phone savvy, right? Did the name change help watch with the record? I doubt it, but kind of funny. Cutes, in my opinion, when he learned his self worth, is a solid example of how not to be a crash dummy. Yeah. Now, you know what? Sorry, Cutes. You're my best friend. Cutes, you're my best friend, but I'm sorry, homie. I got to take that back. I got to run that back. Mumpy. Mumpy is the coolest nigga I ever met, homie. The Monster is the coolest guy I ever met. Sorry, Cutes. You a close second. You're my best friend, though. Yeah, after I thought about it, you got to get at the Mumpy. I always liked the Redskin logo. It looked like an old black man to me. Oh, that's kind of funny too. Why can't you believe it? If they don't like it, we shouldn't either. Not sure where that went. Mumpy, like your favorite uncle. Mump is funny. KP kind of cool too, but KP got a little angry and animosity in him. Like he want to argue with girls at Starbucks and shit. And then you already know, like, you know, when you start talking about Inglewood, KP gets a little defensive or offensive, right? But KP's another cool cat. Little Caesar's a real cool cat, but Little Caesar don't have the swag that a Mumpy had, right? So I think I done named 4 people now, right? Score Wolf. Damn, had to give it to the monster. Had to, man. I know some of y'all gonna call me biased. Some of y'all gonna say I'm politicking. Some of y'all gonna say it's because he from 60s. I think Cuse might agree though. Cuse might agree that Mumpy's a little more cooler and a little more swaggy than Cuse, right? In another life, Mumpy definitely would have been a TV celebrity. Bam reminds me of my boxing coach. He was real rough on us, But every now and then he would say, "You did good today." And that meant everything to us. That does sound like Bam, though. Q's more serious. Little Caesar's serious too. I think I could make both of them laugh about the same. They about the same size and stature. Caesar may be a little more lean because he likes to ride the bike and do karate. Q's like to hit the weights and ride motorcycles. I would like to see Q's do a wheelie on his motorcycle. Like, Q's, do you wear a small leather jacket like Fonzie? Like, do you, when you riding past the Crips and Bloods in San Diego, do you thumbs up? Hey, Cutes is the guy, though. G. Perico, older homie, was cool. Mr. Clean, I believe. Mr. Cool. His name should have been Mr. Cool because he's cool. G. Perico's cool, too. Now, watch this here. Now, watch this. Hey, Kev watch this. No, he don't even call me Kev. He called me Kev probably 40% of the time. He's so stuck on calling me Melly Mel. Like, when he calls me Melly Mel, he just lost me with the whole point that he was trying to make. Because now I'm saying he's talking to Mel. Me and Mel may not take his criticism, optimism, or perfectionist as the same, you know what I'm saying? So I'd be like, oh, he just called me Melly Mel. So I don't even know if I should be listening. Like, this message might really be for Melly Mel. It might not be for me. And I never correct him. I don't correct the big homie. Like, the big homie, what he say, he just say it. Like, you don't correct him. I try not to correct Cutes, but I try to tell Cutes, let's keep it straight. Let's keep it right. Sometimes we make mistakes, so I'm going to correct you, but not on no going against you type shit, right? You don't go against the big homie. The big homie is always right. That's how my era was raised. But we were tricked into believing that shit because the big homie's actions wasn't never right. The big homie's actions were always wrong. They just made it sound right. You remember what Monster Cody said? Might is never right. Like, a dude will tell you that you might be able to do this or that, but might is never right. That's from Monster Cody. Monster Cody's a big homie, 1963 or 62, one of them. But Mr. Gould, pretty cool. Yeah, Gould's cool. It's a different kind of cool. Yeah, he's different. Like, Goob is planet Mars type cool. Like, he's moon cool. Like, at nighttime when the moon sets, a full moon. That's Goob. Goob is moon cool. But we're not talking about moon rocks right now, right? Everyone hit the like button. She's been telling y'all this for a while. It's 209 of y'all up in here. No, I don't correct Jimmy Lavender. He the big homie, man. But I had to correct him when he said Craig Munson knocked out Raymond Washington. Are you sure about that? Like, where did you get this info? Was you there, or did you get it from a credible source? The homie said he got it from a credible source. The source turned out to be not so credible. The source put extras on it. What about Baba Louie trying to sing? What about him trying to sing? I mean, that was cool, but that don't make him the coolest nigga, though, dude. Barefoot Pookie's pretty cool. Barefoot Pookie was cool up until the Michael Jordan interview, right? Yeah. Craig Munson said he backhanded him. Yeah, he did, which is not a knockout, right? It's not a knockout. We've seen plenty of world heavyweight fights. I mean, some of them got slapped up pretty good, and some got knocked out, like Frazier, right? Too Pretty Kenny's another cool guy. He's a different type of cool, though. Too Pretty Kenny is more of a character. No, absolutely not. I absolutely would not say that guy is one of the coolest. Miz is another cool guy. Miz, I mean, damn. Now, I mean, shit. There's too many cool guys. Drop the link. All right, I'm gonna drop the link, man. Hopefully you're not playing no games. Now, let me see what you got to say. I mean, you just tell me to do something. Don't even tell me why you want me to drop the link, right? Yeah, it's great the way you just let them reminisce and just drop the questions every so often to keep them on track. Keep them on track. Keep them on track. You know, when I go back and look at some of these old interviews, because I don't go back and watch them, but when I'm going through my hard drive and I get to listening, man, I see so many times that people on my team interrupted. I be like, damn, this nigga was getting ready to say something good and profound. And we'll never get it again. We'll never have it. So a lot of times you got to go back to the basics. What did your mom and dad teach you? You know, you talk when spoken to. So you talk when a person's finished talking. You don't talk over people. So yeah, you let them finish, and now it's on you to bring them back in. Like if they missed your point, if they went way left field, just bring them back in. Don't stop them from going in the left field because they might have something good to say. And they definitely won't bring it back. Like Big H told me. He come off the riff with all this. Like he come from under the cuff when he say things. So you can't get him to come back and think of them thoughts because it was not pre-planned. What's up, William? What's going on?
Shit, what's up with it?
What up?
Shit, I'm chilling, bro.
You kind of sound like you got a southern accent. Where you from?
Yeah. I'm from down south
Where at?
in United States of America.
Where's that at? I'm not
That
familiar.
mean, goddamn me, I'm not finna tell you my exact location. Fuck you
Oh,
talking
all
about?
right, bro. Take it easy on me. That was it for USA, dude, right there. Alicia, you keep on. I'ma bang your like button. Oh, I heard that. Bang that like button. Bill Clinton up in this mug. What Bill Clinton at, homie? Run them likes up. Run them likes up. Never. Oh, okay. Damn care what I do. Oh man, I mean, I'm just saying, man. I don't know. Shit. Black Warrior. I mean, damn, I mean the South is kind of big, right? I mean, most people got pride in where they from. They be happy to say where they from. You know what I'm saying? I mean, especially like in California, motherfuckers be proud. I'm from East Oakland. I'm from Watts. I'm from Compton. Nigga, I'm from the East Side. I'm from the low bottoms. I'm from West LA. Niggas be proud. I'm from East LA. I'm from the West Side, East Side. You know, niggas be proud to say where they from. I didn't mean no disrespect by asking a brother where he from. He came on this platform like share. You know what I'm saying? My bad though. I didn't know asking people what city they, or what state they was from. Like, man, my bad. He might be wanted or something. No, I was wanted once upon a time. I mean, you know, Houston, Texas in the house. Allerton, Bronx, New York. The boogie. What about the boogie down Bronx, man? West Side, Long Beach. You feel me? Yeah, Paper Chaser. He probably did. Southside Richmond, Virginia, stand up. Uptown 3700. Boulevard, I didn't know you was from Richmond, Virginia, homie. I had a niece out there, but she's back on the West Coast now. KP in the building.
What's up, brother?
What's happening, man? What kind of hat you got on?
Oh man, this is my Top Cat hat, man.
Man, that
Remember the
look like.
cartoon?
Go ahead.
You remember the cartoon Top Cat?
Yeah, that looked like one of them hats that you turn upside down and you ask for donations in, man.
Oh, hey, shit, hey, I've been known to beg a little bit.
I heard
that. What's been happening, brother? How you been, man? How was your holiday?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. I'm all right.
I feel you, man. I feel you, bro. Man, I was trying to look. I was looking for you the other day, man. I made my little move down the state line. I was gonna stop by and drop that little bet thing off on you.
Yeah, I know, man. I wasn't in the mood, man. You could keep that bet if you want to, man. I forfeit for not having time.
Oh man, when I owe somebody, man, I always pay them off. If you know you always got it, brother.
All right,
you always got it.
If you ever want to bet a steak,
hey, we can do that too.
I mean, you sound like candy, man. It's like taking candy from a baby, man.
Hey, look, everybody had their days, man. I just happen to have 2 in a row. Hey, let me tell you this. Somebody was talking about Washington. What it earlier was he's talking about Washington High School being Crip. Washington High School was Crip headquarters. Every major Crip in the 70s went to Washington High School. All of them. You know, that goes from Raymond, Tookie, all of them, man. O'Neill, Erskine, Pookie, Michael Conception, all of them. They all went to Washington. So that now, see, this is the story that people from Inglewood High School pissed me off about, because Washington was within walking distance from Morningside High School. So you got Washington's right there between Normandy and Western. If you're going straight down 108th Street, you would be at the back of Morningside High School. Morningside was right off of Crenshaw. So Crenshaw between 104th and 108th. They was with these two schools constantly clashed, constantly. I got into a conversation with somebody at Inglewood. They tell me that Washington was way on the other side of town. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Man, we had so many. Oh, man. I'm going to tell you a story about me and a couple of APB guys back in the day. This guy named Rebel. Rebel and another guy named Michael White. We get high on some angel dust one day, and we get the bright idea of, let's go up to Washington. Let's go up to Washington High School and start some shit. So I got on this long maxi coat, man. This long maxi coat, and this blue Ace Deuce, right? Mm-hmm. I got this blue Ace Deuce on. That was the hat the Crips used to wear back in the day.
What year are we talking about?
We're talking about probably about 73. Probably about 73.
So that's the Crip color. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I got this hat on. So we're gonna go up to Washington and we're gonna start some mess, and then we're gonna try to lure these guys out, right? Over to a little ambush. So we go up there. We got the car parked around the block. We got the little Roscoe in the car. We got the gun in the car, and so it's like, yeah, we're gonna get them to chase us back to the car, and so we can pull something. So we go up to the door. As soon as we get up to the door, the bell rings. The bell rings, man, and all these people start coming out. They start coming out of school. On the front, Washington got these big steps on the front porch, and all these people, like a porch on the front with all these stairs. So all the students start coming out to school, and so here I am. So this girl comes walking out, and she's talking about basically about Morningside because she had checked into Morningside, and I guess since she didn't like the school, she went back to Washington. And she was talking about how Morningside wasn't this and Morningside wasn't that. And then she saw me and she said, yeah, and there go one of them right there. And when she said that, I was like, oh, shit. But it didn't happen. Like, we didn't get stomped out or nothing. What happened was, just so happened the damn vice principal was right standing inside the door. Now he got me jacked up. He got Rebel jacked up, and Michael White some kind of way got away. Got us in the principal's office, man, patting us down and going through the motions. You know, what y'all doing down here? What you doing down here? So I just, you know, hey man, we just came down here to talk to some girls, you know. So now by this time, this girl that opened her mouth up came into the principal's office and said, you know, he's all right, he's a good guy and all this and that. So the cat let us go. He let us go. But we was definitely up to no good that day, man. And that little plan got foiled.
Hey, KP.
Oh man. Yes, sir.
Let's put something in perspective for these youngsters.
All right.
I fall somewhere in between the middle of you and these viewers, right? No, I'm a little older than that. But look, for real. So back in your day, you know, you guys tend to get cars when y'all was young, what, 16 maybe?
16, yeah.
All right.
That's what I got my first car.
Now, prior to that, you always hear about the Crips mobbing. They mobbing from the east side to Centinela Park. They mobbing, you know, from all these different places, right? Did Bloods ever do that? Did y'all walk long distances? Or should I say eat non-Bloods before the Blood and Crip thing?
I would say we did mob through that A-Tray neighborhood, but that was about as far as I could remember. I don't remember going too far, much farther than that, you know.
Okay.
On foot.
Okay, this is what I want to say. When I was young, when I was a kid to probably junior high school, I would go walking far. I would go walking distances. It was nothing. That's just what you did. Or I would sneak on the back of a RTD bus, you know what I'm saying? Or if I got the money, I'll buy it. Transfer wasn't but 10 cents back then.
Yeah.
But the point I'm trying to make is a lot of people in the comments are saying, hell no, Morningside to Washington High is far. Morningside to Washington is 2 miles apart.
Yeah, it ain't that far at all, you know.
If you exercise or you walk a track in prison or you know, go jogging on the streets, 2 miles is nothing.
I don't think it's 2 miles, not really. Because if you go from, you guys say you go Crenshaw, Western, and Washington was between Western and Normandy. The backside of Washington was on Normandy, and the front part, I believe, was what, on Dinker? Is that Dinker?
Yeah.
I believe it was Dinker. So it ain't that far apart. The dividing line between Inglewood and LA was Van Ness, going, you know, in that direction. So it wasn't that far apart, man. You got to think that the kids from Washington went all the way up to Van Ness from the east going west, and then the cat from Morningside went all the way up to Van Ness from the west going east. So that was the dividing line. So the kids on one side of the street was going to Morningside, one side of Van Ness was going to Morningside, and on the other side of Van Ness was going to Washington. So it was always a conflict, always. And if you went to the Imperial Crenshaw Shopping Center, on one side of Imperial, that's where the Watergates were. And on the other side of Imperial, that's where a lot of chain gang members and then the guys, the Atkinson boys was right there. That was right there. You know, and that was, you know, so those guys, man, used to get into it. The Atkinson boys used to get into it with the Watergates and the IVCs all the time. So it's pretty close, man. It's pretty close. You know, it's look at it like this. Just say like if 60s were on one side of Florence and you had family on the other side of Florence. You see what I'm saying? The proximity was just there, man. It was just there. You know,
Yeah.
really close, man. You know, now, like I said, I was comparing the walking distance between Morningside and Washington opposed to Inglewood, which was all the way on La Brea and Manchester.
Right.
So who was they beefing with? Nobody. Wasn't nobody coming from Washington going all the way to Inglewood. Wasn't nobody going from Crenshaw going all the way up to Inglewood for anything. Morningside was the school. And if you ask any of the old Crip dudes from back in the day, Pookie, all the rest of them, they'll tell you the same thing. Their fight was with Morningside. It was with Morningside, you know, chain gang and family for that matter. But I don't know. It's like they try to block us out like we never existed. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
when we was on the front lines too.
Well,
You know,
the key is you said two. And the reason why you said two is because Inglewood High had the 60s and the A-Tray gangsters on the west side.
Yeah, but that was after school though. You see what I'm saying? That was after school on that end. We had cats from Washington coming to our school in the middle of the day. In the middle of the day.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, they were coming on campus. Like I told you, that's why I met Raymond at Washington when he came on campus. And he's from the east side. So
well, one thing for sure, if some Negroes came to get at me and my gang and they walked 2 miles, we gonna catch their ass before they make it back home.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, y'all know after Douglas Green got killed, it was a whole, man, I can't remember exactly how many people it was, but we left Darby Park and we knew that Chris used to have meetings on Wednesdays. So we called ourselves going up to, where did we go? We didn't go to Sportsman's, we went to St. Andrews Park, which I guess you could say was probably like A-Trade headquarters, mm-hmm. You know, where they hung out a lot. Mm-hmm. And I mean, we had bats, sticks, knives, chains, the whole 9 yards, man. And when we got up there, we saw one guy walking down the street, and you know, somebody took out after him and they said, "No, leave that motherfucker alone. Leave him alone. That's only one dude." Mm-hmm. We couldn't find anybody. So we crossed Manchester right there about on St. Andrews. And what's the old story? Wesley Logan, at this particular time, the only gun I remember was a 357 Magnum that Wesley had, nickel plated with a white pearl handle. He pulled that 357 out. Well, I'm shooting something, and just blam, shot a big ass hole in the fence, a cinder block fence. I'm standing right next to him. Me and Jan Brewer standing right there. And I've never seen he shot the gun and it had a hole big enough to throw a basketball through in this damn cinder block fence, man, from that 357. And then everybody took off running because it made so much noise. And we split up, you know. But, you know, and then the next day we find out that from listening to the Inglewood Crips at Morningside, that the actual meeting was at Sportsman's Park that night. So somebody was really seriously getting ready to get hurt on either side that night if we would have, you know, ran into each other. And I'm quite sure, man, you know, we probably would have took the brunt of it because it was always way, way, way more of them than it was us. But, you know, that really didn't matter. We was upset that night. Yeah, we was upset, man. And, you know, hey, I guess God led us in a different direction, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, well, a lot of guys in your era, they grew up. A lot of guys in my era, we never grew up.
Man, look, sometimes you didn't have no choice, man. Like I said, I started having, you know, my girl started having kids early, man, when I was still in high school. So, you know, and it's really odd because when I think about it now, 2 of my kids was born in the IVC neighborhood. My daughter was born on 102nd Street, and my other 2 sons were born in the bottom. So my kids were born all in gang neighborhoods. So it's like, man, you know, But telling you, man, it's really crazy, man, because we survived it. We survived it. A lot of guys didn't make it, man. I mean, the first time somebody actually died when we was in high school, that was one of the Inglewood Crips named Terry Sanders, and it wasn't gang related, but it messed up everybody. It affected everybody because we was all friends at one time. When we was in junior high school, we was all friends.
Mm-hmm.
So just that little short period of time, by the time we got to the 9th grade, the things started splitting up.
I think it was probably different for you guys because it was a new phenomenon about to take place. But every generation after you guys, we experienced the same thing. You just friends 10, 11, 12 years old, 13 maybe, 14. But man, come 9th, 10th grade, it's a whole different ball game because now you claim
You're right. You're right. 9th, 10th grade, man. That's when you start splitting up. That's when you start going to this school over here. Somebody's going to that school over there, and then girls. Don't forget girls become involved too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of guys sit back and they got a crush on a girl. They too afraid to talk to them, but when they see you talking to them, now they want to beef with you. And so how you supposed to know that somebody like this chick?
Yeah.
And you ain't never said nothing to her, Yeah. I've seen a lot of that happen, man. I've seen a lot of that happen. And It's like, yeah.
Let me ask a stupid question. When Douglas Green was killed, now I want you to go all the way back to the time of his death. Did you guys know who was responsible at that time?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we knew. Yeah. Yeah, we knew. Of course we knew. But it was, and those people got brought up on charges, but we knew.
Yeah. Just wondering if y'all knew right away. A lot of times in the street, you don't find out till a few days later, after the girls and guys get to gossiping and talking and stuff like that.
Yeah. Those days were kind of weird, man. I mean, they were weird because things were evolving, and they were evolving fast. You went from, like you said, like the comment you had made before, say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. We went from that to get him, whether he black or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He black, get him. That person right there, get him. And man, it's just like an evil, man, just came up on the whole city, man. And we just started, going crazy, wilding out on each other, man, for just territorial reasons with no real reason. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't no real reason, man. It was because a lot of the guys, just like I said, like Raymond was on the other side of town. He was over on the east side, but I thought about that too recently. I said, well, man, these guys was passing up 10 neighborhoods, man, to get to Inglewood. For some reason. They put Inglewood on the target map. And that was because they couldn't flip us. We wasn't flipping, and but Inglewood only had one area that was basically a Crip neighborhood from the early on, and that was 102nd Street. That was it. That was it. The other little spots, like I said, IVCs, it wasn't nobody sweating them because they was too small. It wasn't enough of them, And 102nd Street, people wasn't really sweating them that much either, but it was a lot of West Side Crips and East Side Crips that used to come over and hang out on 102nd Street. So that's what made that a little dangerous.
All right, let me ask you one more question. Back in your day, I'm talking about early 70s, what did you guys consider the area or the city that the Watergate Crips belonged to?
LA.
LA.
Yeah, because I mean that little part of town, I guess it could be either considered Hawthorne, because it's on the southeast corner off of Imperial and Crenshaw between there Crenshaw and I guess Western, but between Imperial and like 120th. And some guys said it might have been between Crenshaw and Van Ness, but I think they went from Crenshaw all the way to Washington, all the way to Western.
No.
But definitely between Imperial and between Imperial and 120th.
Yeah. Hey, KP, somebody want to know, do you have any coolie cool stories?
Oh, cool, man! I got 100 of them. Okay, this is something that I had to talk about. Let me build it up. A lot of guys in Inglewood that call themselves hardcore Inglewood cats didn't know about this. The truce that the bottom had with 102nd Street and in that area, because we had a truce with them on the money making tip. They had drugs on 102nd, especially in the cools, and then we had drugs in the bottom. Now, if just say I got something, I'm selling some cigarettes, some sticks or whatever, super cool, and I run out, I could always go to 102nd and get a package, without a problem. And them cats could do the same. They could come to the bottom, get a little package from some of us, but then, hey, you got your package, you got to split. You can't stay over here and sell it. You take it back and go back to your side of town. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. All right, now cools, man. God Almighty, I got so many stories about the cool. One story about my girl, one of my girls I had walking up and down Century, man. She snuck off the track one day to go get a stick, man, at the cools, go get a Sherm at the cools. And so she comes back and she tells me somebody took her purse. I'm like, what? The purse you had my money in it? So I'm mad as hell. Now you just slipped off the track to go get some dope in the first place. So we go back around there to the cools, and I'm talking with the cats. Man, what happened, man? They told me that she came over there, bought a stick, lit it up, tried to test it, smoked it, and freaked out. And somebody asked for her purse, and she handed them the purse. That's how high she was. So, go ahead.
I was just saying, once she hit that Sherm, what's she gonna do when a trick pull up?
Hey, I don't know what her idea was, but she knew that was off limits, man. It was off limits for her to go off the track in the first place, let alone trying to go get a stick. If she wanted something like that, that would be up my job to get it, not her. But anyway, the cools, man, it was a dangerous little spot, man. It didn't start out that bad, because when I first moved to Inglewood, they wouldn't let me, my mother, and my brother move into the cools. It was predominantly white, and they would not allow us to move into the cools. So we end up moving on 99th Street, right off Crenshaw, some apartments. But man, I got chased by the cops one night. I was on my way to Morningside for a dance, and I got 10 scenes of Lovely in the car that I just picked up from this was some work somebody was giving me. So I'm gonna go down to the dance and sell this stuff. So I had a Ford 66 Ford Fairlane that was super fast. And I ran the stop sign on 104th and Woodworth. Just so happened the Inglewood cops was going in the other direction. They turned around and got behind me and chased me, man. I done ran 4 stop signs, a red light on 104th in Yukon, made the right turn, went down to 102nd Street, made the left, and turned into the cools and parked my car in the parking stall. And I got out the car and I'm started walking toward the street. And by the time I got to the street, the cops backed up, and this cop, Officer Bell, I'll never forget him. It was his first day on the job. He was a rookie. Jumped out the car, said, "Hey, trench coat." I had that black maxi coat on. And shit, man. He ran up to me, man, stuck a gun in my ear, man. Told me, "You nigga, you move, I'll blow your brains out." And I was like, damn. So I looked, they wouldn't have caught me, but the tail end of my car was sticking out and the lights were still on. That's how they got me. You know, they would have, if I would have pulled farther into the parking stall and cut the lights off, they never would have caught me. But man, I got 100 stories about the Cooler Cool. I had a homeboy named Tony that lived on my block. Oh yeah, let me finish that other story. That same night at the dance, they took me to jail that night. They didn't find the drugs. I had a reckless driving ticket with 8 counts on it. Man, all them counts on it. But same night, the family. This is an Inglewood Morningside football game that had happened. It was a homecoming game. Morningside won the game against Inglewood. Some guys in the family came up to Morningside, man, and shot Morningside up. I'm like, what the fuck? I find out that Monday. I'm like, what the hell happened? Said, hey, man, your boys came down here and shot the school up. I'm like, what? For what? Right to this day, I still don't know why they did that shit. You know. But, you know, I do know it was a handful of Crips that was going there. And I guess they was coming down there for them. But it was still a lot of my guys that was there, you know. And in hindsight, they wasn't going to let me in the school anyway, because I had recently got kicked out of Morningside for carrying a gun. And they had sent me to Hutno, continuation school. They wasn't going to let me back on that campus. No way, you know. I was going down there in vain. They wasn't gonna let me back up in there. But, you know, the cat shot the school up, man. So I said, I was thinking for years. I said, man, maybe I could have stopped them. You know, I believe I would have been able to stop them from shooting the school up. But then on the other hand, hell, they might have shot me. Shit. Never know, man.
Do you remember when the Tongan population landed in Inglewood?
No, I don't.
Was they there when you was coming up?
No, not at all. We had, you know, it was the only other nationality besides the few whites was Mexicans. Yeah, handful of Mexicans. They lived over in Lenox, and a lot of them went to Morningside. But and I had a few Mexican friends that was pretty cool, man. They had their little clique. They had a little gang. They had a little gang called the Dukes Lomas.
When did Lenox come out, you know?
Lenox, they was Lenox all from day one. You know, Lenox, they didn't have no numbers on it. They just called themselves Lenox.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was a white gang there at Morningside too called the Congregation. Yeah. And we used to just call them the Chips. Yeah. Yeah.
KP got a problem with this, man.
What's that?
Inglewood, always up to no good.
I told you I had a problem with that movie called The Wood. Yeah. That was a sorry ass movie, man. I can't stand that fucking movie. Yeah.
Hey, so look, when you used to go to Coolie Cools, what Crip? Do you remember what Crip sets or Crip individuals used to be running?
Okay. Well, I used to deal with Deadeye, guy named Deadeye. Another Crip named Toy. Let's see who else was over there. Toy. Another one they used to call Batmite. Down on 100. Kirk Murphy. Kirk Murphy was basically the leader of the 102nd Street Crips. He had another brother named Rodney Murphy and a sister named Sybil Murphy. And that's where all the Crips used to go to hang out at the Murphy house down there.
Somebody want to know, Fat Boy want to know from CMG. Oh, we got a CMG in the building. He wants to know if you remember Shag Deuce from Morningside.
No. I mean, you tell him I was there, man, from 71 to the end of 73 when they cooked me and they kicked me out.
Do you remember when
early part
Crenshaw
of 74.
Mafia came out?
Crenshaw Mafia, man, I was out of school, man, way out of school then.
Mhm.
You
Was
know,
you still around?
I was still around because I lived in the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, I lived in the bottom, man. A lot of those guys were little shorties. They was little kids, you know, when I was hanging out in the bottom.
Mhm.
You know,
Did you know
got
Taco and Spaghetti? I
no,
know they're younger than you, but did you know them from over there?
no, never heard of them, never dealt with them.
Okay.
Yep. See, when in my era, when I was dealing with what I was dealing with in the bottom, it was I was dealing with the trying to get that paper, man. I wasn't fooling around with no banging. It was a lot of, a few bangers over there, but that was all about money. It was about getting paid. Cause see, a lot of cats don't realize that when it came to LA, Bloods pretty much had the biggest drug dealing areas in LA. We had the bottom, we had a few of the projects in Watts, and we had control of the jungle.
Mhm.
So we had some of the biggest outdoor drug markets it was, man, in the city.
All
You
right.
know, but
Damn, I've
so,
been on here for 2 hours. Damn, time fly. Hey,
uh,
Austin, Texas want to know, did you know any Godfather family before they turned Hoover Park family?
no, I don't know them. No, that sounds like some people on the other side of town if they talking about Hoovers.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know,
absolutely. He talking about
yeah,
way on the other side of town.
yeah. I never dealt with them. I had a cat that went to Morningside named Harvey, man, and he stayed right there with Bam Bam. Bam Bam, what was that 93rd? 93rd and Hoover, or was that 83rd? Cat Bam Bam, man, there was a well-known Hoover Crip over there at the time. That's when Hoover's was still Crips. But because I knew Harvey, I didn't have to worry about Bam Bam, you know.
Mhm.
And he was out there. Uh, but when it came to like going places, you was talking about trooping, going places.
Mhm.
Personally, for me, I would go all over town,
Mhm.
especially when I got my car. I'd be everywhere. And a lot of guys wouldn't go past, they were scared. I was never afraid to go outside that square. Man, I'd be everywhere, man. I'd be all out in Pomona. I'd be in Long Beach, in the Valley. I'd be everywhere, man. Especially after school, man. I'd be all down at Crenshaw. I'd be everywhere looking for girls, man. Right, when I had my lowrider.
How about the Centinela Drive-In?
Centinela, oh man, shit, yeah. Centinela Drive-In, the Century Drive-In was basically right there by the house. About with Centinela Drive-In, we should go there too. But the Century Drive-In, which is on Century and Yukon, that was the spot because when it was just one screen at the back of the fence, it was a fence there. So we had all kind of old furniture, man, that people had threw out, all kind of chairs and couches and shit back there, man. And we set all this stuff back there. We'd be watching the movie for free and cut a hole in the fence. So when we want to go to the snack bar, use the bathroom, you know, but we back there smoking weed, watching movies, man. So I saw all the movies, man. Superfly, all of them, all the movies, black exploitation movies back in the 70s.
Did you
Blackula.
know any Dartons that went to Morningside?
Yeah, David Darden. I know David Darden. He he had this white Rolls Royce uh at the years when he was going to USC, when he was playing football over there at USC with Anthony Davis, when he was over there playing football for SC. Yeah, David Darden, he was pretty cool. Pretty cool dude, man.
Hmm.
Really cool.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. He was there that night. David Darden was definitely there that night that when the Crips came to turn that record hop out. That was the early Crips, man. That was like in like I said, that was in the summer of '71. So that was when they were bald head Crips. They
He
were all
said he
bald
played.
headed.
He said he played football, and that was his uncle.
Yeah, yeah, I know him. He played, like I said, he played football at USC with Anthony Davis. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. He played football at Morningside too. He was
Mhm.
friends with TJ, little TJ Jackson. I think Pookie did an interview, and he said he had mentioned TJ, but TJ wasn't a gangbanger. He was he was an athlete. He was a football player, but he just didn't take no shit, you know.
Yeah.
And he was a little bitty short little motherfucker. I guess he probably about maybe 5'4", 5'5", but he was wide like Muggsy Bogues, you know. He was real wide. Yeah. He got killed by the Lennox. I mean, not Lennox, Westchester. He got killed. He had bought a crib, man, in Westchester, man. You know, slinging his ass off over there, about 19 years old, man, bought a house. And cops kicked the door in, man, and shot him and killed him, man. You had running too many white girls through there. Yeah. But yeah, David Darden was cool, man. I you know, he used to have that white Rolls Royce, man, with the steering wheel on the right-hand side, know him well. Yeah.
Hey, Shaniqua, you know, ain't nothing wrong with being dark skinned, baby. I'm saying my mother wasn't dark skinned, so you couldn't play my mother. Ain't got nothing to do with the color of your skin, girl. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Now you could play the hoe in the club. You could be over there doodle browning or going up and down the stripper pole. I mean, because it sounds like you just really want to part in my movie.
Hey man, if she ready to participate, hey, you know, don't nothing beat a volunteer, bro.
Man, you could be a CO in my movie. You could be the one all the homies go in the mop room and have sex.
Oh man.
You could be somebody's baby mama, you running up to the county jail to visit, and then here come the Bloods, and they picking on you, and end up taking you and running a train on you in a camper in a county jail parking lot. Damn,
you going in pretty hard, ain't you, bro?
I mean, that's how she like it. She don't like it soft. She like it hard.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you this one more story about the Cooler Cools.
Yeah.
I'm walking down the street one day, and it's a little guy named Vince. Man, and I see Vince, and he's like, "Hey, man, your boy is over at the Cooler Cools, man, and he messed up." I'm like, "Who you talking about?" He said, "Your boy, man, to stay on your block, man." I'm like, "Who, man? Big Dave, Buzz? Who you talking about?" He said, "Man." So we went around there. So I get over to the Cooler Cools, and my boy Tony, man, his last name was Busby. We just call him Buzz. He's standing there, man, with his hands up against the wall. He got his hands up against the wall, man. He just standing there holding the building up like he holding the Cooler Cools up. And so I'm like, Tony. I look at him, man, and he turned and he look at me, man. Then he turned back and he started looking at the wall again. So I see my boy Chuck. And I'm like, Chuck, what the hell happened? He said, man, Tony didn't come over there with a 12-inch Sherman stick and had it dipped on both ends. That's a whole foot.
Yeah,
a whole foot.
I know.
All right, he had it dipped on both ends. By the time I got there, Chuck had about this much.
Damn.
I'm like, oh shit, man. I said, so we knew the guy that owned Smokers Emporium down on Crenshaw. He lived in Inglewood, this guy named Anthony, right? And he said Tony went down to Smokers Emporium to get that cigarette, specifically for that. And so I go to Tony's house. I go back home. I get my car, and I go to get his mother. I don't know why I went and got her, but I went and got his mother, and we went over there to go get Tony. And we go get Tony, and so we kind of, talking. I'm trying to, put him in the car. I got a little Volkswagen, and the Volkswagen thing goes back to the Denver Lanes, because Denver Lanes used to always drive Volkswagens back in the day. So the Volkswagen was actually a blood car. We loved them. We always had them, And so I try to put Tony in my Buzz. Buzz is about 6'2". So I'm trying to put him in the car, and I bend his legs to kind of, I set him down, and I got his legs, and I got to bend his legs, man. I bend his legs, Kev, and his legs straighten right back out, just that quick. So I got to hold his leg while I turn him, and I got that one leg in, and then I folded his leg up, and I got the second leg in. Got him to the house, to his mother's house, and it's an antidote, and I gave him the antidote to bring him down, right? Right to this day, man, that boy's mother hate my guts. She blamed that shit on me. You see what I'm saying?
That's what some mothers do.
I'm the one that When I go by Tony's house, he's like, "Yeah, he ain't here. He ain't here." Then he come out, "Yeah, man, I'm here. I'm here." And I'm like, "Oh man," she just took it out on me like it was all my fault. I'm the one that went over there to rescue his ass. You
Man,
know?
look, I took up and made sure nobody touched the dude from the hood when we was locked up together. And you know, because his mom asked me to. She hates my
Hmm.
guts to this day. I'm like, boy, if I'd known that, boy, he could be one of them stories they talking about now. you know,
Yeah,
but you know, that's how some others do, bro. You can't do
yeah, but they
nothing.
blame you.
Yeah,
They
you
blame
can't
you
do.
for the shit that they did.
Yeah.
You know. I had a guy that was Indonesian, uh, cool cat named John, and it was a little crew that I used to hang out with. John, his little brother George, a Mexican named Negretti. And his buddy Sleepy. They was Lomas. They was from Duke's Lomas, and so another guy named Kevin, Big Kevin, that had just moved to Morningside. He used to go to Dorsey. So it was like a whole, a lot of different nationalities of cats, and we used to all go hang out at John's house. John's mother hated my guts, and my mother hated John. So it was like, she can that old Chinese boy come at the door. I'm like, man, he ain't Chinese. He from Indonesia, and I go to John's house, man. His little brother came out, man, and tried to, he ain't here. He ain't here. And John be like, yeah, I'm here, man. I'm here. So I don't know, man. It's that little family thing, man. They think that you're the one, but hell, John was getting me high and I was getting John high, but hey, it is what it is, man. They're going to think what they're going to think.
KP,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you go, but I got one last question.
Yes, sir.
Blood want to know: did you know Show Dog or Uncle BB?
No, if the guys wasn't from the early 70s, I don't know him. Nope,
All right,
I don't know him. Never heard of him.
That's his answer. That's his final answer. One of
Yeah.
my aunts look like that. GKP. One of my aunts look me like that. GKP. I don't know what to. But anyway,
like
all right, KP, man, I'm gonna go.
Yes,
thank
sir.
you for coming on, man. Time
Yeah,
is
man.
short.
Yeah, man. Hey, I got a lot of stories, brother. But I'm
Yeah.
telling you, man, that Cooler Cool wasn't no joke, man. God,
Yeah.
that place was dangerous.
Yeah, I hear a lot of stories about the Coolie Cool.
Yeah, it was Cooler Cool. But like I said, we had a loose alliance with them. Cooler Cools. Only a handful. It was only a handful of those guys that was able to come on in the bottom. To get what
ran
they
across
wanted.
Tookie over there.
Tookie, Tookie lived on 104th, right on 104th and Woodworth, right on the corner. Yeah, he didn't stay there long though.
Yeah,
because there's too many cats shooting at his house, man. They wasn't gonna stay there. Yeah.
All right.
So ask his wife about that. She'll tell you.
Yeah.
That's why she said she didn't like us, because niggas was shooting at that house, man, on a regular. Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna have to talk about that next time you come on, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, take it easy.
All right, take care, bro.
That's it for KP Video News, y'all. KP Video News, y'all. I'm out of here, y'all. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for sticking around for 2 hours. Thanks for all the comments. Appreciate y'all. Stay drama free for the rest of the month. Make it to December without no more drama, y'all. And I'll keep y'all laughing and joking and all that shit. Shout out to the nigga from USA. Nigga, wherever the hell you at, wherever the hell you hiding, and whoever the hell looking for you. You take it easy, madman. I'm out of here. Peace.